Right, I have not got the selfie stick, it's in the other car, so yeah. I bought the Mercedes, but it's a good job. Texted about this morning to find out what time I was supposed to take the car around to get it checked because of the ABS warning light. And I was just about to tell him, it's actually pretty much okay now. It comes on occasionally, but then comes off straight away pretty much. Driving up here, there's a 60-mile-an-hour road in Big Bend, so I was coming around the bend at about 56. Yeah, all of a sudden the car basically stopped accelerating and went down to 40. No ABS warning light, it just did it. Yeah, there was no warning light and it wouldn't accelerate beyond 40. Even when you get past the bend onto the straight, it just wouldn't accelerate. So it's like, okay, it's not even showing the ABS warning light now. It's just doing that. Right. Because I was thinking about going to the other place, Stinky Woods. But it's like, okay. I'm close enough to here now. The car is sort of limping a bit, so I'll just come here. Yeah. Give the car a break. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, let it recover. It's like, the car got a sprain or something going around the bend. Yeah, so like one of these athletes. Yeah, 100 metres athletes. Or, sorry, it had to be probably 400 metres athlete when it going around the bend. Yeah. And it suddenly pull up a bit. Yeah. Dozy car. Indeed. Dozy. Anyway, yeah. So, start to a 3-day fast then today. Yes. Should be interesting. Right. Well, that's the thing at the moment. It's more the case of saying, okay, let's see. Yeah, let's see what I've been missing. Basically, yeah. There's lots of things I wasn't doing, so let's start doing those things and let's see. Right. Alright, it's about honouring God. It's about saying, okay, Lord, you're doing this thing, so therefore it's only right that I honour you. So, yeah, this is the only thing I can do right now. Right? What else can I do? I can't serve God in any other way right now because God is still saying it's not your time. So it's like, okay, I'll do this. There you go. Beautiful day. Look at that sunshine. Gorgeous. It's cold though. It's quite nippy. The sun hasn't really got up to temperature yet. The heat needs to be turned up a bit. It's like an oven that's just been turned on. It's not quite up to temperature yet. Your food ain't going to cook in this, right? Give it another hour or two, it should get nice and warm. Right. Oh dear. Well, the videos yesterday were about the church. Well, God gave me an interesting picture this morning, basically saying, the church is like a family business, really. And when you go and spend time with the family, you just realise that they're still running it into the ground, this business. But quite often they think they're doing well because they only lost £100,000 that week. Yeah, it's like you should be absolutely. The market is there. The market needs your product. Really needs your product. You're just not getting it out. Yeah. You should be making an absolute fortune the way that the world is right now. Yeah. There's a desire for what you have. Well, there's a desire for what you should be producing, but are not producing, really. Well, as I said last night, is God going to just say, right, okay, forget that lot. Forget those particular churches. We're just going to break off and have just take the ones out of this business who know what they're doing, who have a desire to make it work, rather than just, well, put it this way, in a lot of business, you've got people that just don't know what they're doing, really. They've been appointed, especially, Dad does a good job starting up a business, gets to retirement, leaves it to his son, who hasn't got a clue what he's doing, but because he's son, it means that he must inherit the business. And son tries his best, but he's running the business into the ground. That's what's going on. Yeah. And yeah, you got people happily continuing, they're going in, they're doing their shift. Yeah. Yeah. That's the point. They're actually doing their best and they actually believe they're doing okay. And so it's like, righty-ho. Lord, it's up to you, because basically this business has a headship where you have the boss is right at the top, which is Yahweh and Yeshua. Now, of course, they're sort of looking at the situation going, this isn't quite working, is it? We probably need to do something to get this situation sorted out, because the harvest is there. We need to actually be doing things better so that we can take advantage of this situation. Yeah. When I say look at the hopelessness in society, the church is in the right position, well, it would be if it's functioning properly, to say that these people come in, and we have the light, we have the answers, we have the hope. Problem is we don't seem to be producing that, do we, really? Then again, as I say, was I over most of the last 27 years? Nope. Occasionally, but not really. Not over the most of it, nope. So, listen to my tone. You can see I'm not judging these people. I'm not trying to judge the people involved in it. I'm just saying it's a problem. It's a situation that it needs to be dealt with, but it needs to be dealt with in a way that we can be compassionate on the people and understand that, you did the best you could. Yeah. We understand it. You did the best you could, and the situation is what it is, and we just need to change management a bit. We just need to change personnel. Basically, as I say, we had this situation. I did a video on it recently, a few months ago, I think it was, when I was talking about round pegs into square holes. Yeah. It's a very common thing where you have people called just something completely different, but they want to serve, so they go into a ministry that they're not called into, just so that they can serve. But the problem is they're not serving where they should be serving. So you've got evangelists working as pastors. And that's not going to work, because that's not what you're called to do. Yes, as an evangelist you have a heart for people, but your heart isn't for the saved, your heart is for the unsaved. That's where you should be chasing. Your job is there, that's your race over there. But you're trying to race in a different race, it isn't yours. It's like a 100-metre runner trying to race in a marathon. And then after 100 metres, 150 metres, realising, oops, this isn't really my race, is it? Well, I could challenge for first place in 100 metres, I'm going to be last in this one. Yeah. Aye. As I say, you can't blame people for wanting to serve. I mean, goodness sake, I'm in that position. I have been for the past 20 odd years, really wanting to serve. The thing of it is, I've not put myself in that position. I've not even tried to. No. I've not tried to put myself in any position in the church. Well, because I'm similar in a way to, well, let me rephrase this. I'm similar in the way of not really wanting to be out there as Moses. Yeah, I'm not that good a speaker. God no. Certainly not with regards to standing in front of people. I don't like it. I just don't like that at all. Sorry, I got a chewing gum. As I'm chewing that, I'm speaking. I realise that it sounds weird. Yeah, that's why. Anyway, so yeah. It is what it is, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's probably why I haven't actually done that, why I haven't been going out there. Because, yeah, I'm not someone who is confident in that sort of thing, or desiring that sort of thing. The people that are, they're the people that push themselves into situations that they're not supposed to be in. That's not good. Yeah. It's better to be pushed by God than to be pulled out by God. It's far better. If you're a square, be pushed into a square. If you're a triangle, be pushed into a triangle. Yeah? Oh, I was talking about that with regards to relationships as well, wasn't I? Yeah. Yeah. Saying that's why so many relationships don't work, because you've got squares trying to be with triangles. They're not supposed to be with triangles. Again, what is it? The minister on Sunday, he missed that point again. Oh, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, he missed a point the other day. He was talking about something he was talking about, and then he talked about marriage and how in marriage he is stronger. But he was talking about individuals first. But he forgot to mention that, of course, when you get married, that's when two become one. The reason why you're stronger is because two become one. It's not just two individuals interacting, it's two become one. And that's the thing, is that when I was talking about the shapes and stuff, is that a circle isn't supposed to be joined with a square. Yeah. A rectangle is not supposed to be joined with a triangle. They don't fit. Yeah. So they try and squeeze each other in. They try and chip edges off. And yeah, but the problem is they're often chipping stuff off that's really good, just to try and fit together. It doesn't work. As they do all that, and then realise, like years later, after all that effort, it just isn't going to work. They're not meant to be together. Yeah, so, but it's the same with ministers and churches, same thing. Yep. Trying to fit square pegs into round holes. Yeah. Doesn't work. So, it's starting to warm up now. Hey, the sun's starting to get a bit warmer. There you go, see the temperature's rising. I told you, give it a while. Give it a while. Oh dear. Oh, it's going to be a gorgeous day again. Very sunny. Aye. Good day to get out, really. Yeah. Indeed. Got all that moisture on the ground. Fantastic, isn't it? Hasn't rained last night, but you get that dew. And that dew feeds the grass, it feeds the insects, it feeds the birds. Fantastic. God provides all that. Isn't it marvellous? Absolutely glorious, isn't it? Aye. So, yeah. All fun and games. Indeed. Oh, that's what it is. It's what it is. But folks, put it this way. What do I think is going to happen with the church? That's a good question. I think at some point there's going to be a calling out where God calls his people out the church. Now, I've said before about the fact that so many churches are jam-packed full of churchgoers. Not Christians, just churchgoers. People that see church as like a community centre, where they go and sing songs of latter days and, have a little bit of tea and coffee afterwards. A nice little bit of ministry that's nice and comfortable. Tells you you're doing good. Tells you how well you're doing, basically. You don't really need to make an effort. You're doing well. It's pretend Christianity, isn't it, really? It's more like community centre Christianity. Right. So that sort of situation, the spirit-filled born-again Christians need to be pulled out of that. But, to be honest, it's quite likely we're going to have a revival before that. The church is going to be made well before that. And then it's going to sink back into this sort of stuff. That's quite likely. We'll put it this way. We muck up, don't we? Really? So, is it possible that we can have a massive revival and then within 20 years we slip back into? Yeah, that certainly is a possibility. Yeah. But I don't know. As I say, don't know exactly what's going to happen. Know that something needs to happen because, as I said, it looks very much like there's a huge harvest out there. People in need of coming to God. People in need of light and of hope. Well, where's the answer? The answer has to be God, but the problem is at the moment, God's people just seem to be I was going to say, in a way, it seems as if, they've been drugged. I'm not saying they have been drugged, but it seems as if, God's people have been drugged and they've forgotten who they are. And they're getting busy with their lives, and they come together occasionally to meet, once a week maybe twice a week if they have a midweek meeting. But then the rest of it is just they go and do what they do because they've forgotten who they are. And so that's the thing. That's what God needs to do, is just remind us who we are. Get that understanding in us. This is who you are. You are my child. You are part of the royal priesthood. You have this authority. The same authority that the Lord had when he cast out demons, when he healed lepers, when he brought the dead back to life. You have that. All of that. Yeah. Is that going to happen? I don't know. Hopefully. And hopefully to the church as it is right now, and a whole sway of them are going to repent and get right with God. That's what I hope. With God, anything's possible. Certainly. But the signs at the moment are that, well, to be honest, it doesn't look as if that's starting anytime soon. But if it's starting somewhere else, it could very well have started already. That's the reality. It's no good looking around your situation and saying, well, it doesn't look as if God's doing anything. Excuse me, there's a whole world. So if God's doing something in a different area, then obviously most Christians would rightly say, I can't see anything. But that doesn't mean that nothing's happening, does it, really? Not at all. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. It's just not here right now. So, yeah. We'll see. I mean, in the end, it's God's responsibility to deal with his business. In the end, it's his business. We are just workers in his business. It's not up to me or anyone else to say this or that or the other has to happen. It's up to God to decide what he wants to do with his business and when he wants to do it. That's the reality. Now, that can drive the workers pretty mad as they're waiting, for changes to happen so we can start to be a functional business. Yeah. Well, because put it this way, even in a business, if you're in a business that's failing, if you're in a business that's going downhill gradually, as a worker, you can see that. And as a worker, you hate working there. You don't like it in any way, shape or form because you know where you're headed. You know there's a very good chance that it's all going to fall apart. You don't want that. So anyway, that's the situation. Say workers can see that. Happy workers are working in companies that are doing well. When they know the company's doing well, because there's a bit of job security there, isn't there? At the moment, certainly in the family business, that's God, there doesn't seem to be any job security there. People are looking around thinking, oh God, we could be fired next week because it's really, really bad. Yeah. I'm going to go over here because there's a car and people's. So yeah, they obviously look after the area. So, right, 1 second. I'll pause this and I'll continue in a second. Oh, they're cutting the grass. Yeah, that's what they're doing there. There's a lot of grass over there that isn't quite cut, so I imagine they're finishing off that now. Yeah. A bit too early. I'd wait until at least the grass had dried off a bit, but okay. They're doing it, not me. Well, I suppose they might have many areas to sort out, so this might be nearest one. So there you go. Yeah. As I say, family business, that's God's issue. God needs to sort it out. We just need to be patient. We just need to be aware of the fact that God knows exactly what's happening. He can see the picture, we can't. He sees that full picture. We were talking the other day about eagles. I think that was in church actually. We're supposed to rise like eagles. Now the thing about an eagle is, an eagle can see the full picture. At the moment, we're not even getting off the ground. But we can rise like an eagle. We're supposed to rise like an eagle. When we do, we'll be able to see the big picture. Certainly a lot more of it. Because an eagle is looking down over the area and can see so much detail that we just can't because we're right on the ground, aren't we? 1 second. Oh, that's a big up here, isn't it? Look at the size of that thing. Cool. Right. If you were an eagle, you'd be right up there, and your view would be incredible. But we're right down here. We can only see what it is that we can see, what our eyes can see. Very, very limited. Right? That's the point. Build your relationship with God, and God willing, you'll get to the point where you can rise like an eagle. There you go. You take care, God bless. I will speak to you soon. Bye bye.